Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 7 Episode 13, and let's get right into the video because what happened last night? This is part 2 and we got another movie. Like, we literally ate, like, we created storylines like, hello, this is why, you know, we're needed with this show, because the storyline is eating because of this whole entire one singular vote. Like, hello, let's wake this up. So Charlie gets dumped, he gets sent home, and basically Hannah is bawling her eyes out. She's bawling, she's crying, whatever, like.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
She basically found out her husband getting sent to war. So basically her and Charlie having that last minute conversation, they're kissing, He's basically saying like, come meet me out the outside, like meet me later, They're saying bye, whatever, you know. Even at the end, they're still kissing. They're still kissing right in front of Pepe's face. Like, you know, if you were real about that, connection, if you really want to go with him, I don't know, like, go with him, like, go, like, you're not stuck in the villa. You could walk, like, for real. Anyhow, now Jeremiah, he's basically like, what's up? Like, you guys are my dudes and you voted out my girl. Like, that's basically how it is. And the thing is, though, what's so funny, because the first thing that happened is Ace is grilling Austin about his Taylor vote. He's like, why did you vote for Taylor? And he's like, well, I couldn't vote for my bestie, Charles. Like, I figured that Hood and Jeremiah had a strong connection. So, like, hello? But they're like, oh, they're trying. Like, they've been trying in multiple, like, people, exploring multiple people. Exploring who? Taylor explored who? Hello? Like, he barely tries with Valandria. Like, what do you mean he's exploring other people? Like, let's be so for real. Anyways, like, they grilled him because he was only vote for Taylor. Anyways, then Jeremiah's like, okay, what's up? Like, you guys supposed to be my dudes, and like, you voting Hooded out. And he was like, well, you're like day one, you guys were locked in on day one. That's giving scam, that's giving fraud. Like, no one comes in here, you're supposed to be exploring connection, no one comes in here and they're already locked in as soon as they come into the villa. So they were like, and then Nick is like agreeing, everybody agreeing, all the guys agreeing. So, you know, Jeremiah is like, you know, I'm basically, we're here to find love. Like, I'm doing what we're supposed to be doing. Just because I found somebody I like, what about it? Like, you know. And then like Nick is over here talking about like, you got her giving you hickeys and like no one can pull you for chats or pull her for chats. And he's like, I can't control, you know, you guys not wanting to pull her for chats or whatever like that.
You had a date. Why is she putting hickeys on you to where you can't even have a conversation with other women because you're fucking closed off? Not because you say so, because it's marked on you. Like, you don't see that? You don't see that? That's crazy.
Anyways, it seemed like Jeremiah lost all his bros and all he got left with was Austin. So Austin ate when he was like, you know, why is Ace standing up there being so emotional and passionate? Like, you supposed to be up there feeling passionate because your girl almost got sent home. Like, hello? Like, he's over here preaching to Taylor and the new guys, like, oh, they like scamming, like, that I don't believe that, Like, basically, that's what he's talking about. So he's like, you know, Nick is just like an Ace follower.
I'm just surprised Nick did that.
I'm not.
I mean, I'm not surprised about his vote. I'm surprised about him just like...
No, I'm not. He's an Ace follower. I mean, their little ringleader Ace is just gonna tell them all what to do.
Like, it's really Ace Island in that villa. Like, whatever Ace says goes with the guys. Like, it's so funny. Because Nick literally is head leader, like, second in command. Taylor, too. It's really Ed, and Eddie in that villa. Ace being the head honcho, head leader. Like, it's so funny. Like, Austin ate that one thing calling Nick a follower, a Ace follower. Like, you know, he being his own person, not like following around Ace. Like, he ate that. So basically, Huda's, the girls are basically telling Huda, like, the reason why America voted is probably because, Jeremiah is scamming you. Like, he's probably telling the guys something else. And then, like, maybe Huda's just like, maybe it's God's plan. Like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? They're also saying, like, maybe we need to test a connection, da, da, da. Like, everybody's just like, why did America vote the way we voted? Huda and Jeremiah vote, but was really and truly was just to be messy and give entertainment, which is what we're doing right now. That was purely what that vote is. Now, the Alandra and Taylor vote is because Taylor was not doing nothing, like, at all. Like, he wasn't doing nothing, and then he's talking about he wasn't physically attracted or whatever to Alandra. So just like, let's give somebody who really wants Alandra to Alandra, and that was the vote. Anyhow, Huda talks to Ace one-on-one, like, okay, what's going on? Am I missing something? Because the guys basically were out loud basically saying, like, you guys are scamming, you guys are frauds, like, you came in here tunnel vision, like, you didn't look for nobody else, da 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 da. Like, so Huda's talking to Ace, and she's telling Ace, like, I'm a mom.
Talk to and truly investing time into a person is because I'm a mother.
Ace didn't skip a beat. He just like, okay, well, I was raised by a single mother. Like, okay, like, you can still find love, and da da da. It's hard to find love, da da da. Like, he did not care. He probably already knew from outside the villa that you were probably a mom too. So he did not skip a beat. He did not like, oh, I'm so shocked, like, you're a mother. Like, no, he didn't do all that. The biggest thing that Jeremiah messed up the entire episode is that he talked to Austin, he talked to Hannah, whatever. He, like, communicated with the guys about the whole situation, but not one time did he pull Huda and talk to Huda about how she's feeling. Huda was literally one vote away from getting packed up and dumped. One vote away. And he did not once check on her. That's his girl, though. That's his girl. That's the person that he found someone and liked, and da 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 da. And like, why you voting out my girl, da 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 da. You arguing with the guys about the vote, right? You arguing with the guys about the vote. Like, why you voting out Huda? But you never once checked in on Huda. You talked to Iris, and then, Iris asked you, like, are you going to talk to anybody else, da 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 da. He's like, I'm only going to talk to my pillow. Huda noticed that. She was just like, you did not check on me one time. So she's over here in the girl's, dressing room talking about it, like, she's crying, like, she almost got the boot. Like, she's thinking that her and Jeremiah saw it, especially about what happened. Like, they did the deed, everything, they went all the way, da 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 da. They think they're locked in like this. And this guy didn't check on her at her lowest point in the villa. Like, she could have got the boot. So she's, like, talking to the girls, and then she's, like, also in the bathroom showering, whatever. So she's, like, really cursing out Jeremiah. He's outside the bathroom listening to her, like, crash out on him, basically talk about him, all that. So he's just, like, listening, and he's like, oh, that's not true, da 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 da. Like, that's not true, da da da. Like, oh, and she called him a B.
I didn't lie to you, by the way. I never lied to you.
She called him a B. That's her favorite word, though. That's her favorite word. She called him a B for that. So she didn't talk to him all night because, he's going to be sleeping next to Iris. And, he did not check in on her before the night was over at all. So, anyways, they go to sleep. And, next thing you know, the bombshells get a text that, their new couples are going to go on a date. So they basically had to wake up mad early, go get ready to go on a boat. So he didn't talk to Huda all night. They're getting up early in the day to go on a boat trip with the new bombshell. So he couldn't check on her in the morning either. So it's just like a double whammy, because it's like, man, you really did not care. Like, he's not beating the fraud, scammer allegations at all. Because if you were really about Huda, you would have really pulled her. You would have been like, oh, it's us against them, da da da. Like, you would have been real mad. You would have been like peed off that your your dudes, your people in the villa really kind of like switched up on you like that. So like it would have been like, oh, it's me and my girl, da 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 da. Like that's what you would have been like, right? But nah, like this dude cared about his friends turning on him or switching up on him than the girl that he's with, you know, feeling some type of way, which is like crazy. Like you really care about your friends more than the girl you with. Like, all right. Anyways, they get ready, whatever, on their date, whatever. So Huda's upset. She just like, yeah, like she kind of done with, you know, Jeremiah with that. Or like because Huda called him a B, he's like, yeah, that's cooked. That's cooked. Anyways, so Ace, he's like talking to Taylor now. And he's basically telling Taylor, like, you know, this is why I try to tell you. I try to tell you, if you don't want your girl to get taken, you need to step your cookies up. And look, America voted Alondra to be with Jalen because you wasn't stepping your cookies up.
I feel like your biggest problem is the no sense of urgency, of feeling like you need to step it up and like make Alondra happy today. Fellas, I feel like breakfast is now bare minimum. I feel like you need to step it up with the how the hell am I gonna get her back to make her feel like, look, you could fuck with anybody here, but they not gonna come with this effort that I'm bringing.
What else can I do in here?
And he's like, you know, I might tell you a joke, but I would never tell you why. Like, he was too funny. Like, bro, like, really, he's preaching to his sons. He's sunning these people at 22. At 22, you sunning these grown people, grown men. Like, come on now. Like, really, he's the father that stepped up. If you want to be for real, because how you letting this person son these guys like that? Like, anything Ace says goes. Anything. He's like, you know, breakfast is bare minimum. You got to do like more. You got to do more. So Ace basically plans another situation with Shelly. I mean, I feel like it's because Iris wasn't there in the morning. So he plays another thing with Shelly and basically makes her breakfast. He enlists Nick once again. He's like, well, you wear a black blazer to basically, you know, get Shelly and like feed her, da da da. He's like, for you, I would. Like, he said, for you? Like, that just let you know, man's a follower. Like, that's, you know, that's big bro. Ace big bro right there. So, you know, they actually get Shelly, you know, for the breakfast, feed Shelly, whatever. He actually fed Shelly, which ping pong date. Austin over here at the kitchen table, seeing all that going on. If Austin wants his girl Shelly to be in the villa or really look for him, she'd been telling him she likes people who do stuff with intention. She likes spontaneity. Like, you not doing nothing. You have not really say like, hey, Shelly, I'm gonna like, I don't know if he actually made breakfast for her, but whatever. Like, he never did that. He's not really putting pressure at all. He knows Ace has been pulling pressure from jump, and he hasn't really done much about it at all. And then he comes and pulls Shelly for a chat, like, you know, I'm tired of being a triangle. I'm tired of being a triangle. But what are you doing about the triangle? What are you doing? You haven't done nothing about this triangle, but you're upset that you're stuck in it. And then you're like, you know, I want to tell Shelly that I you know, I'm done with this. But then again, I look at her and I'm like, you know, she makes me feel good, and whatever. And it's like, dude, like, are you okay? But then, you know, A's still applying pressure because him and Shelly having a little chat on the bean bags. And he basically, like, talking about, you know, if she's ticklish because I think he touched her, like, ear or something like that. So she's like, I'm ticklish, they're trying or whatever. Then anyway, he's like, guess what? Do that little slick, you know, kiss on a cheek situation. Austin in the kitchen. Like, is looking like Ace and Shelly gonna be coupled up together, you know, once and for all when the time comes, because Austin has been doing nothing at all. It's always just like, oh, I'm tired of the triangle. Yeah, the triangle is gonna be over pretty soon. Don't worry, it's gonna be over pretty soon. Anyways, anyways, you know, Huda and Nick have a conversation because I thought he was earn his uncle status back with Huda. And, you know, he gonna keep the friendship still with Huda and all that stuff. So they had a little conversation, you know, basically conversation with both Ace and, you know, Nick, even though she could have, like, kept her foot on their necks. Come back from their dates from the vote, and Huda just like, I don't care. So, like, she's sitting in the chair, like, she don't care. Like, to greet them, whatever. Like, she would just wait until, like, you know, the girls and the guys have their little separate conversations, but she doesn't care.
Huda,
What the hell?
look. Yeah.
So, like, I think Hannah was just talking about her day, and Alandra was talking about her day, whatever. And she just, like, you know, feeling some type of way because, you know, obviously what happened to her last night was actually kind of mad, though. Like, if you really deep it, it's kind of messed up because, you know, they don't have the outside perception at all. They don't know at all. So they're stuck in there. They don't know what's going on. And then we have all the information. So she's going crazy. So anyhow, she goes over there to, I guess, you know, she said she's gonna go to the bathroom, whatever. Walks over there, the guys are talking, and as soon as she starts walking over, Jeremiah's talking about how, you know, I think me and Huda are cooked because she called me a B, da 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 da. Like, she's hearing the conversation as she's walking. They all watching her walk by. So everybody thinks something's gonna pop off, which it did, but, you know, she's over here. So she goes over to the stairs, but they're talking right there by the little day beds, the little day situation. So Jeremiah's just chatting, like, you know, he's gonna explore whatever. He think him and Huda are cooked, whatever. Huda's listening to every single thing. He's like, you know what? You know, Huda probably should have got dumped. That's your girl you were defending to the guys. And now you're saying she probably could have got dumped. And the thing is that Shelly and Alandra clocked his tea because they were like, if Huda went home, do you think he would have went with her? They said no. And now look, he's basically saying Huda should have went home. You know, maybe she should have went home. And she's listening to all. So Nick over here had to be the voice of reason. It's like, I feel like you're just kind of upset that she called you a beast, and now you're trying to, like, find a way to get away from her.
You're saying you had a great day, and meanwhile Huda's here like crying her eyes out all day, and you know, like, so down bad.
I can control going on the date and not being here for Huda though.
But my point is, like, it kind of sounds like you want to drop Huda, and like because she calls you a bitch in the shower last night. I feel like it's just kind of being given up on.
The man that voted Huda out, mind you, is telling you that you're just trying to find any reason to get rid of her, and he said that you as her guy should have comforted her. He said, I lost some respect for you for not doing that because as a man, you should have comforted her. Is Nick having to tell him that you were wrong for not checking on her one time the entire day, or the entire night before, you know, she went to sleep? And granted, yes, he did have to go on a date early in the morning, but he didn't have time, which was like big double whammy. But like, dude, you messed up big time because she could have went home. She really could have went home. So she crashes out. She hears everything. So she walks by. She's like, she's like, you know what? Go explore that.
By all means, explore.
And she calls him a B. She crashes out everything. Like, what? She goes over to the girls. She's crashing out. The girls are trying to calm her down. Like, you know, everybody can hear you. Like, calm down. Like, not out in public. Like, not out in public, right? Like, calm down.
He's using her as a fucking scapegoat so that he can fucking stay in the game.
Wait, what are you
I just sat there and listened to every fucking thing he was fucking saying.
Okay,
Wait, what did he say? He wants to drop me to go with Iris.
Okay, come, baby, come. Let's sit down.
Come sit down. No, you're a fucking bitch!
So the bombshells are upstairs. They seen everything from a bird's eye view. So they know that she's crashing out. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to pull Iris. Like, let me see what Iris has to say about this, this whole date that, you know, her and Jeremiah had. She goes upstairs, pull Iris. The bombshell's over here talking about, should we stay for backup? Like, you know, if something pops off. I think Huda's about to lay hands on Iris for real. Like, they talking, and then I think the girls, or she went back downstairs, and I think the girls all went upstairs to talk about the whole situation. So they were like, you know, what happened on the date? What was talked about? You know, she just said, we went to the beach, and we just laid on the beach and started talking. That was it. We didn't do nothing special. And Huda was just like, you know what? That's my dream date. And he knows that too. Like, he didn't plan this date at all. The producers planned the date. You know, he did not have anything to do with it, to be honest. But he was wrong for not doing it. But Jeremiah did one thing because it was like, he's wrong for exploring, but when he doesn't explore, he's also wrong. Like,
I feel like it's hard for y'all to tell me for 2 weeks to go explore, and then I do explore, and now I'm in the hot seat still for exploring. If I don't give Iris the time of the day, I'm still in the wrong. Now, if I do give Iris the time of the day, I'm in the wrong because I had a strong connection with her.
you know, which is it? You know, Uchi Wally or One Mike? You know, how is he wrong now that he's exploring with? But he should, before he did that, he should have comforted Huda, and that was where Nick ate that up. Anyways, get ready for the nighttime. And, you know, Huda, she had another thing to say about Iris. Like, Iris is kind of giving fake. And I feel like if Iris stays around for movie night, or if they want to like, expose Huda for using all these B words on these, you know, contestants, it's going to be watch them B words. That's probably going to be her name of her clip. You know, calling everybody a B. Anyhow, you know, Jeremiah finally gives, you know, tries to chat with her. And she's like kind of over it. So they having a chat, and she's basically saying like, this is how I'm feeling. Like, you literally left me for dead. Like, you left me for dead.
I was second to getting voted off. Second. And I was still checking on Hannah, checking on Charlie, checking on you, checking on Taylor. No one gave a fuck. You didn't give a fuck about me.
I promise I did.
The entire day, I could have went home. You had no care in the world. He's like, I checked out, you know, it was too much for me. I checked out, da, 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 da. And it was just like, it's giving selfish. Like, you don't really care about me, like, for real. Like, it's kind of giving, like, you really playing me. Like, you're really giving a scammer. And he's like, no, that's not true. Like, I promise you, I did care about you, like, blah, blah, blah. So he's trying to defend his point, but she's like, I feel like it's kind of over. And then we get to tomorrow night, which is going to be recoupling.
Tomorrow night. A new recoupling comes knocking.
And obviously it's going to be girl's choice this time. So, I don't know. Is Huda going to take Jeremiah back? I feel like she might. If she does take him back, I mean, they have so much that has been on with them that, I mean, if she does, I mean, it kind of is what it is, because I don't feel like she's going to pick anybody else or have a genuine connection with anybody else for right now. I mean, especially with the lineup of people that we already have, I don't think she's going to have a real genuine connection with anybody else besides him. Now, if she gets to cast some more and she finds somebody that's like a real deal about her, then we can start talking. But she might pick him. Shelly, if she has first pick, she's going to obviously pick Ace, which is, of course... Or if Iris has first pick, she's gonna obviously pick Ace. I mean, depends on who gets to pick, the order of who gets to pick, because it's kind of iffy, kind of funny, because there's no true couples in that villa, and it seems like Taylor and Leandra might get back together because she came back from the boat, and she jumps on Taylor and gives him a kiss, like.
Me? I did.
Like, you know, Jalen Chop Liver over here. Jalen Chop Liver giving her pecs all the time. Like, you know, what is this? But anyway, that was episode 13 of Love Island USA Season 7. And if you guys like the video, comment down below, let me know what else comes concerning you. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.